Hello everyone. Today we will discuss on the topic of biosafety, that is the containment, means safety measures. Before start the topic, myself Professor P.T. from the K.K. Wagh College of Agricultural Biotechnology in Nashik. In last lecture we will discuss on the biosafety and risk assessment or risk analysis. Today we will discuss on containment. Biological safety in a laboratory is allowed by or is achieved by adopting good laboratory practices and containment strategies. The term containment is used in describing the safe methods for managing infectious agents in the laboratory environment where they are being handled or maintained. It is clear that containment means it is used in describing the safe methods or safety measures for managing the infectious agents in the laboratory environment where they are being handled or maintained. It is the combination of laboratory procedures, equipments and installations, host vector system designed to minimize accidental release of organism, their dissemination and survival in the environment and accidental infection of laboratory workers and of persons outside the laboratory. The basic biosafety requirement in the development of a GMOs is to limit the spread of GMOs and its genetic material. The purpose of containment is to reduce exposure of laboratory workers, other persons, and outside environment of potentially hazardous agents. Containment can be two types, that is first one physical containment and second one biological containment. Containment facilities for different risk groups as per the recommendations of World Health Organization and as applicable are described. The containment, in short, we are taking the safety measures while conducting the rDNA research work or genetic engineering work in the laboratory. That is meaning of containment. Which precautions should be taken or which factors are responsible, that is the containment. There are two types, that is the biological containment and physical containment. There are containment facilities for different risk groups as per recommendations of WHO as applicable and described. The first types are biological containment, means it is concerned with making changes in genetically modified organisms so that hazards are reduced when they are released deliberately or accidentally into the environment. This is a simple definition of biological containment, means it is concerned with making changes to the GMOs or in the GMOs, and to reduce the hazards into the environment. The guidelines requires that E. coli strains and vectors to be used should be highly deliberately so that they are not able to survive outside the laboratory. Transfer the foreign gene into the another organism and not able to infect human beings. This can be achieved by the use of auxotropic mutants, that is of E. coli. Then second, strains lacking recombination ability, that is REC-A. Third one, plasmic factors that are non-self-transmissible and non-mobilizable. No transposons or antibiotic resistant genes in E. coli strains. In consideration of biological containment, the vector, that is plasmid, organelles or virus, for the recombinant DNA and host in which the vector is propagated in the laboratory will be considered together. These are the biological containment, and this is achieved by the use of auxotropic mutants, strain lacking recombination ability REC-A, non-self-transmissible vectors, mobilizable vectors, no transposons or antibiotic resistant genes present in the E. coli strains, etc. Second types, physical containment. When there are real physical barriers to prevent the escape, biological, where the organism is designed, it is not able to survive in any environment. Okay. That of laboratory. The objectives is to confine recombinant organisms, thereby preventing the exposure of the researchers and the environment to the harmful agents. The protection of personnel and the immediate laboratory environment from exposure to infectious agents is provided by good microbiological techniques and the use of appropriate safety equipments. That is primary containment. The protection of the environment external to the laboratory from exposure to the infectious material is provided by the combination of facilities. Design and operational practices. And operational practices, it is a secondary containment. In physical containment was grouped into 4 categories which were designated as P1, P2, P3, P4, but they are now referred to as biosafety levels. The biosafety levels, these are the combination of laboratory practices and techniques, safety equipments and laboratory facilities appropriate for the operations performed and the hazard posed by infectious agents. 4 biosafety levels, that is BL, corresponds to the P1, P2, P3, P4 facilities approximate to 4 risk groups assigned to etiologic agents. The first biosafety level, BL1, it is appropriate for undergraduate and secondary educational training and teaching laboratories and for other facilities in which work is done with defined and characterized strains of viable microorganisms not known to cause disease in healthy adult human. That is the biosafety level. First, it is the undergraduate and secondary education training or teaching laboratories. And it is not to cause the disease in healthy adult human. Biosafety level 2, it is applicable in clinical diagnostics, teaching and other facilities in which work is done with the broad spectrum of indigenous moderate risk agents. Laboratory workers are requested to specific handling pathogenic agents. And to be supervised by a competent scientist. Accommodation and facilities including safety cabinets are prescribed especially for handling large volume or high concentration of agents when aerosols are likely to create. Third one, biosafety level 3, it is applicable or to clinical, diagnostic, teaching, research or production facilities in which work in done with indigenous or exotic agents where the potential for infection by aerosols in the real and disease may have be serious. Personnel are required to have specific training in work with these agents. It is an important point. Biosafety level 4, it is applicable to work with dangerous and exotic agents which pose a high individual risk of life-threatening diseases, etc. Strict training and supervision is required and the work is done in specially designed laboratories under stringent safety conditions. Access is strictly limited. So guys, this is a 4 biosafety levels included in physical containment types. It is a physical barrier. You should develop the lab as per norms and to control the harmful agents or hazardous agents into the environment. The another part in the containment is good laboratory practices. It is the common and most important rules are listed below. The first one, mouth pipetting should be prohibited. Eating, drinking, smoking, storing food and applying cosmetic should not be permitted in the laboratory work area. The laboratory should kept neat, clean and free materials. Work surface should be decontaminated at least once in a day after any spill of potential dangerous materials. Members of staff should wash their hands regularly after handling infectious materials and animals. All the technical procedures should be performed in a way that minimize the creation of aerosols. Proper way the laboratory coats, gowns and uniforms should be worn in the laboratory. All contaminated liquid or solid materials should be decontaminated before disposal or reused. Safety glasses, face shields or other protective devices should be disinfected by appropriate means. Only persons who have been advised of the potential health hazards and meet any specific entry requirements. There should be an insect or rodent control program. Animals not involved in the work. Then listen carefully to the teacher's directions These are the common good laboratory practices while conducting regular practicals or regarding GMO's work. So guys, today we will discuss on containment topic. There are two types. First one, biological containment and physical containment. Biological containment means making changes in the GMOs, and physical containment is physically changes or physical barriers. It includes two types, secondary and primary. And in physical containment, there are 4 biosafety levels found. Biosafety level, first to biosafety level 4. Those are the containment practices. Thank you so much.